You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice.
See?
Is that from like a Viking?
The God of War wrote that.
You know?
Oh my God, real Viking quotes.
You're listening to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers with your hosts Greg Behrendt and Kane Holloway.
Welcome to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers. I'm Kane Holloway.
Hey, Kane.
Hey,
Hey, Kane. How are you, buddy? I'm Greg Behrendt.
I'm so good. It's so good to have you. We have our producer, DTBFF producer Pat, also known as Spaghetti Table Boy. He's the fuckboy of the show.
No.
And we have a special guest on the show. One of my good friends, oldest. We started in comedy in Seattle together, and she's crushing it. And one of my favorite comedians to watch. Melissa Shoshani, everybody.
Hello.
Hi,
You know,
Melissa.
Kane, you're one of my favorite people to watch. And thank you so much for saying my name right.
I know.
So thank you for that.
I've known you long enough. It would be weird if I got it wrong.
You'd be surprised. My parents even get it wrong.
I was happy to have Mel on. It's like we haven't. It's so funny how comedy works because like we just haven't like talked in what felt like a long time. And then I saw you at a comedy festival over the summer. We just like fell right back into being old buddies, and it was really nice to have you there because I'm like new to San Diego. The festival was in San Diego, and so it was nice to have somebody like I was like, oh fuck, okay, a friend is here, an actual like friend is here.
Same, totally. Yeah, it was good times.
Yeah, it was great. And so we on the show we try to help people not take bullshit from fuckers. I don't know if do you have like a practice that you follow, or do you feel like you take bullshit from fuckers, or?
Well, when you say practice, does that mean like, do I have a meditation I follow when I encounter a fucker?
Yeah, you do.
You know? By fucker, do we mean like just people in general, or do we mean like my partner?
Well, it could be
Well,
both.
it's really, yeah, it's anybody. I mean, it's just like I have like my dad, and you know, like past relationships that I've been in, and some friends that will take up, you know, use my kindness as weakness and try to like, you know, like take advantage of that. And like people like that, you know, also people who you deal with in like work, comedy, bookers, these kind of things where it's just like you're not being respected.
Yeah. You know, in the past, I used to be like a people pleaser. So I would just brush it off. I'm like, oh, and then I wouldn't realize they were a fucker to me until like I'd get home. And then I'm like, wait, that wasn't cool how they treated me or what they said. And, you know, I wish I could do a redo. There's a lot of, I wish I could have done a redo in my life. But now I feel like the pandemic kind of changed me. I feel like it changed a lot of people. So I've eliminated fuckers, which are friends.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of hard for them to accept that, because as a people pleaser, non-people pleasers that you encountered can't accept that.
Mm-hmm.
So they thought I changed, I was evil, I'm the fucker.
Yeah.
So in that terms, the way I've been dealing with it is just cut them out. Peace out. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a saying where we say always be blocking. Always be blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to block them, you know, for your own sanity,
Mm-hmm.
for your own self-love, well-being, everything. Because when you get rid of negative people, especially people that are in your circle that aren't supportive, that only brings you down. And in the world that we are in the creative world, you just can't have that. You cannot have somebody that does not understand what you're doing in the creative field to bring you down. And then I'm the fucker.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's been really hard because I've always been a people pleaser. I've always been so nice to everybody and trying to, please these people that I realized they really didn't deserve it. And just cutting them has been really hard.
Yeah.
Got to do a lot of Reiki to get over that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I fell into that too. I was talking with somebody about it recently. And it's just it's hard to do. It's hard to switch into that because like you spend so much of your time being like, I just need someone to like be nice to me. And so like, I'll just be overly nice. I'll do it. I'll take care of it. I'll, whatever. And everyone just sees like, oh, okay, cool. And then you just become their maid. You're their emotional maid. You're their and finally you're just like, all right, fuck off. And then you're like, that was hard to do. And then the more you do it, the easier it gets until your circle's super small, but these are the people that don't fuck with you and know that it's just like, they're not going to, you just surrounded yourself with people who actually give a shit about you, your feelings and everything. And so I'm glad you're not people pleasing anymore.
Yeah. It's a practice. Kane.
It would be funny if you just clicked off the show just now. You're like, yeah, I'm out.
Blocking you guys. Thank you. Can't handle this negativity.
We ready for our email? We got from Catherine at dtbffpodcast@gmail.com, where you can write all your questions. And she says, the heading is My Smelly Date. She says, Dear Greg and Kane, you guys were talking about awkward honesty, and I must share my smelly date with you because I am a big believer in honesty is best policy. So I decided that I was going to like guys that were not my type on the apps to switch things up because my type never seems to work out. And so I made a date with someone who is a PhD TED Talk scientist who has photos in cap and gowns. He lived in the same suburb as me, and after a phone call, we met for lunch. He showed up looking messy, wearing an old black stretched out t-shirt and baggy black sweatpants. No effort spent on his appearance. I sat opposite of him at an outdoor table for 4 hours, maybe? There's no, all right. I sat outside outdoor table using the sun as my eyes as an excuse because I moved over one seat to get some space between us. That's how bad he smelled. I picked up on a smell that was like bad BO, but then it became stronger and more pungent with every passing moment. I couldn't finish my food. Even the waitress had to stay a few steps back from us. Thank God we were outside. So after talking about himself for a good 30 minutes without a break, he says, oh, I think this first meeting went really well. When is our second date? And I said, well, we need to talk about something. I started out very gently saying that, as a scientist, you would understand how certain people have certain sensitivities to smells. And you should know that I am very, very sensitive to smells. Everyone has their own pheromone, and sometimes it attracts and sometimes it repels. And today I picked up on your scent, and it was very strong. And I have to tell you, very pungent to me, and it will not be a second date. And I have to ask, did you even have a shower today? And do you realize you have a wedding ring on? Oh, fuck. Oh, wow. Okay. Uh-huh.
I'm so sorry she had to go through that.
I know. Jesus. He listened and then told me that he knows what it was. He said he is trying to lose COVID weight and is on a strict keto diet. And it was his breath that was so bad. No.
Really?
No, I've done keto. If anything, I'm glowing. I got rid of all the carbs. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like it was his balls.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Probably tried to like dry them off with that shirt and then just put it on.
What a catfish. Him in his
know.
cap and gown. Who
I
does
know.
that?
I like how that's not her type though. Like the cap and gown, the scientist, like the guy, and then it feels like when he showed up in the black sweatpants that she was like, okay, that's more my type.
Yeah.
He said let's see, and then he told me he still lives with his wife, but she's in the east wing of this mansion with her boyfriend, and he's in the west wing, and he wears a ring for his high school daughter. He said he obviously has a lot of work to do before he starts dating, and I am his first date in 30 years. I said, well, good luck with that, and I just hope you don't like honesty, but you are definitely not ready to date. No one is going out with a smelly guy that is not physically separated from his wife. I was a bit pissed off, feeling like, what a waste of time. I don't think I was the fucker in this case, but let me know if I was being too mean, but I think he was wasting everyone's time with his profile. Love you guys, Kat.
I'm surprised, but I would have just left.
I know.
I wouldn't have given him. She did him a service by being as honest as she was.
I know.
You know, sometimes just to her defense, you're in a state of shock and you kind of don't know what to do. So she may have just stayed until she like realized she needs to leave.
Yeah.
Like I'm so proud that she like was verbal and told him exactly what the issue was, but some people probably wouldn't even, they would just not ever address the truth to them. So really awesome that she did, because she did him a service.
Yeah, and smells are hard to, that's a hard thing to bring up. Like if someone's invading your space, someone's talking too loud, someone's being like what feels like a little too verbally abusive, or what, abusive is the wrong word, but if they're like being shocking to your system, you then have a reaction to that. But smell almost seems like it's just uncontrollable at times. And so just to be like, sit down and go, hi, my name is, oh God.
Well,
Yeah.
I like that you broke it down into pheromones.
Yeah.
Because that almost makes it like it's not his fault. It's just his natural way of being.
Yeah.
And to her, his natural way of being is super unpleasant.
Yeah.
You know,
like too that he had a ring, she could be like, listen, pheromones are off. You smell like shit as far as my body is concerned. But also you have a wedding ring on. So you smell twice.
Man.
Yeah,
I have no words for this situation. He needs to get off those dating apps. He needs to figure out his life. And if he lives in a mansion, then there's so many red flags there. I don't even know where to start. But I just hope she's found somebody else and a normal person to date after that, just to shake it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope Catherine gets a good date, because I don't remember if Catherine was she also wrote in about the Container Store. I'm not sure. Was it Catherine? Catherine also went on a date with a guy who took her to the Container Store because he wanted to get a bunch of containers and thought this would be like killing two birds with one stone. What is happening out there in the world?
This is really unfortunate. I hear more and more about these tragic dates, and I have amazing single girlfriends in their 30s, in their 40s, never been married, never had kids, and it's becoming harder and harder. And these guys, not saying all men are insane, absolutely not, because that's not fair. But I don't know what's happening. Maybe everybody's crazy. I really don't know. But
yeah.
it's really
that sort of seem that way though, because I talk to a lot of women, and I hear crazy stories.
So I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, it's sort of hard. It's hard to recommend, like, as a relationship coach sometimes, to like recommend that somebody get on the apps when all I've heard is it's a shit show.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's,
Well, yeah.
You know?
I've told this story before where I
think maybe we should put the message that there aren't good guys out there. And maybe think about quitting.
Yeah. Quit dating and men in general.
I've had friends, but I've had a lot of my girlfriends get off the dating apps. They're like, I'm done. But then like a month later, they go back on. So I don't know. It's just, you try to be hopeful. And then the thing is, like, I have friends that find great guys, but they feel like they have a connection, but they find out the other guys are still on the app and they're still dating other women. And that's kind of hard as well, as a woman who's trying to find a good relationship. You know, it's just, it's not a good start to building that relationship. So I really don't know.
Yeah, I find that people just have the hardest time being honest. Like they would rather than deal with the conversation, because like it's not that difficult to say like, hey, I don't want a relationship. I'm still going to be seeing other people. Would you be interested in being one of the people that I see, and work on like a set of rules? But so many people are just like, I don't want to do that. And then since you don't want to have that conversation, since you're being a coward, you come off like such a scumbag because you're not doing anything to further any of these relationships. You make everyone in the relationship feel like they're special. And then when they find out they're not special, it then wrecks the concept of dating for them moving forward. Because then if someone's telling you something, how the fuck are you going to believe it?
Yeah. That's what it is. So, I mean, I really don't know what to say for the future of dating, but I really do hope it gets better, because I have such amazing girlfriends that, you know, are successful, have their shit together. But I'm wondering, maybe that's a thing that's scaring men with all the equality that's happening right now. I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about this. We had I posted a video on TikTok about us reading have you seen the viral trend? This girl is bringing this guy dinner, and he goes, "What's for dinner tonight, bitch?" And then she like, have you seen this?
No.
So then he says it, and then she just like, she goes, "Oh, it's honey chicken with broccoli." Like he didn't just demoralize her. So then people stitch the TikTok and will try it out on their wife. They'll be like, "What's it?" They'll walk up and say it, and then the wife will freak out and be all mad. And then, so we read a story about how a woman like just like lost it, was making dinner. He said, "What's it for dinner tonight, bitch?" She drops the food and then ruins the carpet. And she's like, "I'm fucking out of here." And so one of the comments on there that I thought was interesting is how our reaction was. We thought she was funny and in the right for her reaction, because his whole thing was, he just was like, "I'm just joking," was the hill he wanted to die on, rather than seeing like being called a bitch makes her feel horrible. So like, I recognize that and apologize. And that was like, felt pretty standard. But, and you can, in the comments, this woman's like, "It's pretty sad that to be like a decent person is now the gold standard for male role models." It's to just be across the board a decent guy.
Yeah.
Just decent.
Yeah, just be decent is now you're essentially Jesus of men. Because people are like, "I'm so glad." So many women on the thing like, "Oh, I'm just so glad I saw 3 white guys with microphones talking about a woman's story, and I didn't think it was gonna be you guys agreeing with her," you know, like, and I'm just sad for the future.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
there was another TikTok thing that went viral about how women are happier living alone. I don't know if you guys saw that. A lot of people stitched that and they were saying yes and agreeing and telling their reasons why. I thought that was really interesting. So there's more and more women that are just like, yeah, the dating apps and the men there suck. So I'm making the best of my life. I have my cats, I have my dogs, I have my, my career, I have, all the money and everything. So a lot of women are just finding ways to, not need a man.
Yeah.
Or they're like, why would I be in a shitty relationship? I'd rather be with myself.
Yeah. Why be in a shitty relationship?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And not that I think that we're going to broaden the minds of all men that listen to this show, but our listenership is predominantly women. And so my hope is that it would be, I would like more male listeners to come aboard and listen to the show to hear our perspective. So there could be so they could gain another perspective of like, yeah, you don't have to have a flock of women. You're not going to be, it's not going to be, you don't have to treat women shitty to comfort yourself. I mean, we have a whole thing we're going to do in segment 3 about like walls versus boundaries. But there's just such a grand divide that men think they have to be in the camp of a man camp while also trying to get with women. It's
yeah. All right. Is this
really played itself out this week on The Bachelor?
going to be your new? Oh, what?
It really played itself. Kane and I both watched The Bachelor. Tragically, and it really, old school men were really trying to, like, especially The Bachelor, which is highly Christian and monogamous, and there was a lot of ownership of women in Paradise this weekend, and women wanting to be owned, women wanting their men to stand up and say, don't go on a date.
Yeah.
Stay with me.
Wow.
So women have a part in it too, a little bit.
But then
referring to other women as bitches all the time.
Right. But then with these reality shows, you don't know if it's kind of, fictionalized and what their intentions are to be on that show. But regardless, it's setting a bad narrative when women and men are watching it.
Mm.
But maybe the format for your show is bringing on like a fuckboy and you guys kind of lecture them.
Yeah, that would be good. We should reach out to some of the guys from Fuckboy Island. My favorite show. Yeah, we should reach out to fuckboys, have them come on.
Yeah.
If you're a fuckboy and you're listening, hit us up.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
This mean song, the theme song for What Does This Mean song. We'll read a self-help quote, and they're definitely not memes. Memes are something completely different than quotes. Quotes are supposed to help you through all the bullshit in your life, and memes are like that poster of that cat hanging from a tree, and it says, hang in there, baby, or Mondays, am I right? Mondays, am I right? So if you can think of a different title, then we'll probably change it.
Okay, ready for What Does This Mean, Greg?
Yeah.
Okay, we're switching energies. We got a whole new, this one's silly because the fucking, the segment, the title of it doesn't match what it actually is. These are inspirational quotes, Mel. They're inspirations. Quick little vignettes to get you to go, huh? Or Maybe you don't feel anything at all, or it really pisses you off what you just heard. We got one from Lisa, who sent to our Gmail and says, I know exactly what this means. She goes, hello, gentlemen. Here's my first, not a meme. A wise man once said absolutely nothing because a wise man knows when to keep his fucking mouth shut.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
You like it?
Yeah, I like that. That's a good start.
Yeah. She says, hopefully this will rise to the high standards of the show. Much love, Lisa.
I like it, Lisa.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have two. This one says, some things break your heart, but fix your vision.
No?
Mel, do you like it? You like it?
Yeah, I mean, it's very deep. It's a deep one,
deep.
I am. She was blind and now she's not.
Now she can see. See, Greg?
Yeah, she can see, sometimes you're in lust and then you realize you're not, and now you can really see who they are.
Hell yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. 2 in a row. We're crushing it. Right, Greg? 2 in a row?
Yeah, I didn't like that one, but all right.
Okay. I got another one. I already read this to Pat and he was like, you have to bring that one. You're the jelly to my burger, the knife to my soup, the glitter to my sushi, and the ketchup to my ice cream. My point is, you're worthless.
That's cute.
That's cute, right?
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Get some work in there.
The
Yeah.
glitter to my what?
Sushi.
Yeah, that's funny. Useless and pointless.
Useless and pointless. We got over on our Discord, DTBFF podcast Discord. Join the Discord. You're listening here. You want to hang out with the listener, which is what we call our audience. They're over there. They're talking all the time. People love it. People are always sending memes. Sam sent one that says, have a panic attack. You've earned it.
Yeah.
Are you going to read it? Oh, you read it.
Nobody
Oh,
earns
yeah.
Nobody wants a panic attack.
Nobody
The
wants
worst.
to panic attack.
That's the worst. I've had I would say 6 in my lifetime. All of them where I'd rather kill myself than go through that. Zach sent one that says, he starts out by saying, go ahead and make fun of me, but this saying actually helped me through a difficult period. Okay. All right. So we have the caveat that this helped him when he was down. It says your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude.
It's a lot of A words.
It really is.
My brain.
I immediately don't remember it.
I know.
He must be a very good writer. Maybe he has, I don't know, a good essay he wrote on aptitude.
Geekiana says, I won't stop with crafting my bullshit. This is her meme. She says, OnlyFans, but it's elderly women teaching you how to sew, knit, can food, quilt, and have some solid recipes. It's called Only Grands. That means nothing to Melissa.
I mean, we pay for Only Grands.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you can get that for free. Grandma always wants to just send you her shit.
Yeah, Grandma would love to send you.
I don't know.
If I
It
had
was a long walk to get to Only Grands. She could have done it in one. It's
Yeah.
just women's sewing. It's called Only Grands. She
Yeah,
could have got the joke. But she put so many punchlines in there that by the time you get to the end, you were so tired.
much like a
You were
grandma.
worn out.
Anonymous has a suggestion for we have a segment called Real Man Quotes, Melissa, where we read quotes from a Instagram called Real Man Quotes, and it's the most ridiculous shit ever. And Anonymous says, you all could take real man quotes, rewrite them as real honest man quotes that reveal the hurt behind the quote, which I think is a good suggestion. Most real man quotes are about how a woman fucked them over and now they reach their full potential and they're godlike.
But then also women do that too. It's their inspirational quotes with like a bikini shot. So a lot of women do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When a man screws them over. I'm stronger than I've ever been. Look at my ass.
It is true. I do love when a woman posts something that's super thirsty, and then there's like a quote.
Yeah.
You know, like a Deepak Chopra or something like that, or they write something about the long, exquisite journey they've been on.
Yes.
And you're like, but that bathing suit's up your butt.
Yeah. And you're all wet. How is that comparable?
And they're gearing that towards their ex. Like they're hoping their ex sees that.
Yes, yes.
Monica has one that says, people often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily.
I liked how quiet we all were.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, get motivated every day, I guess.
Yeah, get motivated every day. But some days I don't feel very motivated. I'd rather not. And those are the days I don't bathe.
It's true. They do say like dress for success, and maybe showering is part of it.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
like days where I don't feel good, maybe, I'll put on like mascara and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to conquer the world.
Yeah.
So
last one in the Discord. Bjorn is awesome says, dear person reading this, we don't know each other, but I wish you the best in life. Aw.
That's nice.
thank you.
Thank you. Bjorn is awesome. You are awesome. Bjorn is awesome. Greg, do you have any?
I have one, but I don't know if I've read it before or not.
Oh.
And I don't even know what inspired me to grab onto this, but I think I was in a weightlifting mood.
Okay, sure. Because you're going to get ripped. Greg is going to be
ripped.
A ripped
Yeah,
old
I'm
man.
getting ripped. I'm currently getting ripped. I just bought weights.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been doing the 100, 116.
116
squats, 100 sit-ups, 16 push-ups.
Nice.
And
Right
is that your main thing? That's it? And then you stop?
No, then I ride the bike for half an hour.
And you do that every day?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. It's getting there. I got a ways to go. But I think the quote is, who you are is defined by what you're willing to struggle for.
Okay. Yeah. True. Yeah, I dig it. That can apply to a job you're very passionate about, because the struggle for any success in a field that you really want will defines your work ethic for sure, and you as a person. I like it. I feel a little more motivated. Maybe I'll shower today. Pat, what do you have?
I've got some this week, but it's getting harder and harder to find ones that aren't bro-y. Like, they keep coming up in my feed, so I don't like anything I've brought this week. Find someone you can build with, not just chill with.
Very nice.
I like your flow.
We've also got, I ignored others for you, and you ignored me for others.
Well, you fucked up then.
Yeah. Idiot. That's more your fault than it is hers.
Got one more normal quote. This one's not so bad. A dog might destroy your shoes, but he'll never break your heart.
Oh,
That's true. Dogs are loyal.
it's true.
Yeah, dogs are loyal.
Okay, I have one I just found in my notes.
Ooh, okay.
I guess it's not a funny one, but motivational. You don't have to win. You just have to play
That's good.
I like it.
in life.
Yeah.
That is definitely the quote of this podcast. We are not winning anything. But we play every week. We play.
We play it.
Every week
That's
we put
winning.
one out, man.
You know, I think it goes towards like let's say your goals. You know, you don't have to like be number one. Oh, I'm not going to be successful unless I'm this. But I think the main thing is no, you're playing in the game still, so that's still winning. As long as you're playing.
True. That's true. I do like that we play every week.
Y'all be playing.
We just be playing, bro.
All right, to close it out, as always, I have a couple from Real Man quotes.
No, they're the best. I can't wait.
You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice.
See?
Is that from like a Viking?
The God of War wrote that.
You know?
Oh my God, real Viking quotes.
You like grab that from like 700 AD.
Holding a bunny by its ears.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then I think we'll close it out with this one. Sometimes your humbleness makes people think they can play with you.
Well, we be playing.
Every week.
Once a week.
Every week we be playing.
Y'all be playing.
Just
Humble.
we might be too humble.
Y'all playing with people's emotions.
Segment 3, yeah, new energy. We're jumping high. It's not your aptitude, it's your altitude, or whatever that quote was.
It's your aperture.
It's your aperture for sure.
It's not your altitude.
Yeah, it's your aperture.
It's your ineptitude.
Yeah. It's your applesauce.
Yeah, all the A's.
Melissa just recently got engaged. We're very happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, we just like hearing about, relationships that feel very strong. I'm sure everybody has their, issues in their own relationship. But like, what do you feel, especially since, I've been married, and
Life experience, Kane. Life experience.
Absolutely. And what's, it's great. I couldn't have actually been happier, that we broke up on good terms, that, we still have respect for each other. And so, it wasn't a waste of time. It was, it was like a nice growing experience, but I learned a lot about, how to be a better communicator after the fact, sort of the reflection of my relationship. And so with like in your new relationship, especially now that you guys are going to be tying the knot, how do you feel about it being a relationship that you're like excited about going? Like, do you guys have good communication? Do you guys like other times where you both feel like you're fuckers or you're giving each other bullshit and you're able to like talk it out and like work it out in a healthy way?
Yeah. What's really great is we both have communication degrees.
Nice.
Yeah, we really are good with communicating with each other. And if there's ever an issue, we talk about it right away. Yeah, we talk about it right away, and we never sleep angry or anything like that. But it's always, knock on wood, been really healthy. He's been the first guy I've ever dated that has been respectful, that has been trustworthy, honest, and we're very natural. Just everything kind of just worked perfectly in a way. But yeah, I think it's essential to have good communication skills.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
that's great, and you deserve it for sure.
Well, thank you. We all deserve a normal, but it's hard. It's hard to find it, and I'm really, really fortunate to have somebody that is like that in my life. And I really hope that my girlfriends that are single and everything like that will be able to find somebody like that. And what's really great is like he even like his family members or my girlfriends love asking him advice, like guy advice. And I think that's pretty cool. So
that's great.
Is he a comic?
Yeah. He is. We met at a comedy show. He does stand up, and he is an editor as well. So he edits.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's so funny. I just came into, so I'm in a new relationship, and we had our first, it's not even really a fight. It was more of just like an argument and disagreement. And I'm used to like fighting, and I think that was the teardown of the last relationship, was like the communication breakthrough of more so just both sides needing to be heard. And so you just get louder and louder because you're just not being heard. And so this time around, because I did a lot of soul searching on that. And so it was the same thing where I was like, okay, and I made a deal with myself a long time ago. It's like, all right, if I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling off about something, I'm just going to bring it up, because I used to just avoid that stuff. And then I would drink about it, and then I'd feel anxious, and then I'd be unbearable to be around. And so now my new deal with myself is like, all right, you're feeling odd, and so let's bring it up. And then we had a nice long conversation, and it's just, I mean, there's nothing funny or more interesting than it's probably just the healthiest I've felt in a relationship in a while. And it's nice. And I feel like I had to go through those growing pains, and I finally have a compatibility, it feels like, but it is the first argument. So we'll see how it goes from there. But I feel pretty happy about how that went.
Well, I love that. And you had to go through relationships to learn about yourself. And that's what it is. You learn, and then you hopefully are able to bring the good for the next one.
Yeah. I just stare at my wife until she cries.
We got to have her on the podcast. Yeah. So we got to hear her side. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. I'm happy. I hope those kinds of little nuggets help our listenership, especially if you're in a new thing. We've had several people write in about breakups, communication breakdowns. So, hoping that helps. And you guys want to move on to a Reddit remix?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Reddit remix. Okay. My husband cannot accept I don't like mustard. Things came to a head yesterday. We've been married 2 years, dating 5. We are both 34. I'm a woman. He's a man, if it matters. I'm not a picky eater. In fact, I'm quite adventurous, and every time I've traveled, I've always made it a point to try dishes with unusual, uncommon ingredients to say I've tried them. There are very few foods I won't eat. One of them is mustard, the condiment. I guess not the seed.
I just like the seeds. I don't really love the condiment. I just love the seeds. I'll munch on mustard seed all day long. Just handfuls of them. Yeah, tasty.
I don't like it. I just don't. The taste is very strong and overpowering, and it's an unpleasant taste. I've tried yellow, stone ground, honey, artisan, brown, spicy, you name it. I have tried them all, and I just don't like them. My husband, for some reason, never understood this. He loves mustard. Especially honey mustard. He puts it on all his sandwiches, dips his fries in it, and every time he tries to force me to try it, he'll insist I'll like it this time. I'm a grown-ass woman. I know what I don't like, and I don't like mustard. This is just extra funny to me after the fucking pleasant conversation we just had about communication.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say no, and it'll devolve into a mini argument where he'll call me picky. Well, last night we were on the road home from a weekend trip we took together, and he stopped at a gas station to get us a quick bite. He got a hot dog slathered in mustard. I got one, but decided to keep it plain. I don't really love hot dogs to begin with, but I will eat them. He actually got furious and grabbed it from me. He marched over to the condiment station and began putting mustard on my hot dog, telling me to grow up and stop being picky.
What?
I just walked out and sat in the car. I didn't even want the damn hot dog anymore. My appetite was gone. He came back and began screaming at me for embarrassing him even further. The word divorce was said for the first time ever. This isn't about mustard.
This is about control.
Yeah. I secretly recorded his screaming because I'm genuinely afraid I would die. He was driving erratically, swerving and speeding. I'm in a hotel tonight. He ignored all day at work, and then the calls started around when he realized I wasn't coming home. Non-stop voicemails and texts. He sent me a screenshot of a Google search for local divorce lawyers. I haven't eaten all day, and I have been sobbing in this damn hotel room. I don't want to get divorced, and I wish I had just ate the fucking mustard. Someone, anyone, please give me an explanation. Am I in danger? Why would he react this way to a preference of mine? I'm completely broken right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
They've been together for 5 years.
Yeah.
And this is the first time that he's finally snapped. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Me.
I know.
Because that's an abusive behavior. It only escalates from there. And it's not about the mustard.
It's not. It's not.
No, it's not about the mustard.
I mean, I watched enough 2020 and Dateline to know that it's not about the mustard.
No. It's rarely ever about the innocuous thing you're arguing about. He
doesn't like her independence.
Yeah.
And having her own opinions about
having her own opinion, her own tastes.
Is she? I wonder if she's like a stay-at-home mom or if she has her own career. You know, those things.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like he's driving them to a divorce. Like he's just picking something to want to control. So then she feels compelled to leave because he's the one pushing the divorce. He's the one causing the craziness and then forcing her, like sending her shit so she could get the ball rolling on the divorce.
Could it also be, when you want out, you find any excuse? Like maybe he already decided that he wants a divorce, or maybe he's like maybe talking to somebody else. I hope not. But you know how sometimes people will try to find an excuse to get out, and that could be his way out.
Yeah.
Just I don't know.
I think so. That's my thinking. Is it would be one thing if he was just trying to be controlling and this like all of a sudden came out of nowhere, but he's acting erratically and then pointing her to divorce lawyers. So it just feels like he's too much of a fucking coward to break it off with her. So he's acting.
But it also says something that she stayed at a hotel.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. She's afraid of him.
Yeah. Yeah, she's genuinely afraid of him, his reaction to everything, and what feels like it came out of nowhere.
Is he taking steroids?
She's with a guy that likes gas station hot dogs.
That's also a really valid point. Just keep on.
You don't have to go out that guy. There's better guys than that.
There's way better guys. You deserve better than a gas station hot dog.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I would really seriously think about the divorce. I know you don't want it, but that's not conducive living situation. That's not good for you. And Melissa's right. It will get worse. It will definitely.
And you deserve the best. And you should never be scared.
No. Yeah.
And mustard's only okay.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Mustard is fine. I mean, I love it on stuff. But if somebody doesn't have it in their fridge, I don't have a fucking conniption.
I mean, what if she was allergic to it and he still was upset?
Yeah. Because it's like a running theme that happens on the show where somebody's like, you'll like it. I swear you'll like it. And it's like, I've had it. I know what I don't. I know. I've tried it.
Yeah, it's that weird thing where people need you to like what they like.
Yeah.
She should try that TikTok trend, or he should, where you put mustard on your watermelon. I tried it. It's whatever, but people did it. They loved it.
People loved it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's right. That's right. I could see how the vinegar in the mustard would offset the sweet, and it would be kind of like, oh yeah, that's it. All right, okay. Yeah, not offensive. Well, what do you think about mustard? How do you feel about condiments? Do you love them? Do you hate it? Are you a sriracha person?
Who, me?
Anyone listening.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love condiments.
Yeah.
You know, I put mustard in my salad.
Hell yeah.
You know, you can mix it up with lemon juice and olive oil, and it's a bomb. It's great.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
Melissa, where can people find you?
Here, my handle is here, Mel Shoshahi. I do a lot of TikToks. So if you guys like to see sketches, I post a lot of sketches. I haven't posted a lot of stand-up recently, but a lot of sketches. And then you can always find me on Instagram too.
Yeah. Mel's TikTok, her Instagram is all really great. Your sketches are really funny. And if you see her on the road, make sure, or she's coming to your town, go see Mel. She's awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then you can also, if you want to support the show, you want to write into the show, dtbffpodcast@gmail.com. Follow the show at DTBFF Podcast. You can send your memes and questions there. If you want to follow me, Kane Holloway, at Kane Holloway on Instagram, kaneholloway.com for show dates. I'm should be back from Vegas when this episode comes out. So I'm going to be doing a ton of shows in San Diego. So all of the San Diego, the listener, come out to a show. I'm going to be all over San Diego. And that's it for me, Greg.
I'll be right here.
There.
I'm doing it.
Great.
I'll be right here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next week, right here.
Just playing.
Yeah. Still trying to get my OnlyFans up. We'll figure it out.
Hurry up, man. I need to, because I'll support. I'll throw in $5 just to get a couple of those sexy hand pics. He's doing an OnlyFans, but just for his hands.
That's smart. That's actually really smart. I was thinking about hand modeling myself.
Oh, you have beautiful hands.
Thank you so much. Every time I get my nails done, they're like, oh. But we'll see. We'll see if anybody would want to pay for that.
I don't know
if you saw. Goes well, I'm quitting stand up. You know.
Yeah, obviously. I don't know if you saw my most recent post, Greg, but I had my first audition ever with my whatever, it doesn't matter. I had to do my audition was I had to slate, who I'm rep by, and then I just had to show my hands.
That was it?
That was it. That was the whole thing. So I posted a picture of me in front of a green screen with my hands out. That was the whole
amazing.
Yeah. So, and I just I have these all new, thank you. I have all these like tattoos now. So I wonder if they'll just take someone who doesn't have tattoos, or they'll be like, man, that guy's hands are so beautiful. We'll cover up the smiley face and we'll have him. It's a flower commercial. So here's hope. And it shoots in LA. So maybe I come down, I shoot my flower commercial, I get my check, and then I'm taking us all out to lunch.
I love it.
Yeah.
Pat?
You can find me at DTBFF Producer Pat on Instagram.
And you can also call into the show. What's that number, Pat?
That number is 323-379-5544.
Don't take bullshit from fuckers.
Fuck them.
Hey there, if you like the show, you can find bonus episodes and more at our Patreon at patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. And then rate the show 5 stars on iTunes, because it's the right thing to do. All music by the Rating Monarchs, produced by Patrick Kelly.